Hey guys, it's Fee, and I got a yarn box in the mail. I actually got this and my Meow box at the same time, so I am opening both of them tonight. I don't know if both of the videos will go up tonight or if I'll put one up tonight, one up tomorrow, but it is definitely box time in the Fee house. So, yarn box. This is January's yarn box. This is the first yarn box of 2015. And I'm going to open it. All right. If you hear rustling in the background, it's because my cats are playing with a catnip bag. If you're interested in seeing that, check out the Meow box video that I will have up either right before or right after this one. They're going to town on that. I don't know if you guys can hear it. All right, so white tissue paper, wrapped up nicely. And right on top we have the cards. We have the yarn box card with a free stitch on the back, a granite stitch. That's really pretty, actually. It's a stitch, that's a nice tight stitch that I'd probably use it for like a dishcloth. But it looks like, oh, this is a crochet stitch. So I will keep this because Fee crochets, and that is really pretty. All right, so on the other side, yarn box says, "Hello 2015. A new year is like a promise of new things to come, and your January yarn box shipment is no exception. We're happy to announce that starting this year, each of our featured designs will have a pattern included specifically designed in the yarn you receive." That's kind of cool. It's just another exciting addition to each shipment. This month, we're happy to highlight the work of Friederbrook Farms by featuring one of our favorite yarns called Entropy. It's a really interesting name. I'm excited to see what this is. The yarn is 260 yards, 100% BFL wool per skein, spun up into a springy, colorful 2-ply yarn. For added excitement, each of the colorway transitions while you work with it, creating truly unique projects. I like that. I really like variegated yarns that change as you go along. We picked out some of our favorite colorways for you, and it even had 2 new ones introduced just for us. Our knit and crochet patterns are both scarves this month. Awesome for January. I am totally into scarves right now. What better way to wrap up the old year and start in on the new one than to cozy up? And it goes on to explain the scarf patterns. All right, so let's look at the patterns. All right, so we have 2 scarf patterns. I'm assuming one is going to be for crochet and one is going to be for knit because that's typically what they do. And the first one is by Sarah Jane. And this is an awesome, awesome scarf. And it looks like crochet to me. Look at that yarn and look at that pattern. Oh my gosh, I'm totally excited. Totally, totally excited. That is such a pretty pattern. This will have to go up the list on the Fee crochet list. My crochet list is like a gazillion miles long. I probably won't see the end of it until I'm like 80, but that's alright. This pattern is in my customer pattern box that I can go online and download. I will definitely be downloading that. That is so pretty. And it's not just because it has Fee green in it, as you guys know. That's just a really pretty scarf. Alright, the other one is knit. I can tell just by looking at it. It is also by Sarah Jordan. I'm liking whoever this person is. This is a really pretty pattern, even though I do not know how to knit. I will keep it in case one day I ever do. I really like the edgings of that. Really pretty. Okay, so 2 awesome patterns. Let's see what the yarn looks like. Alright. Oh, guys, it's pretty! It's really, really pretty. Oh, I am so excited. Look at this yarn. Look at that color. Ah, I love it. Look at that color. Oh my gosh, I am totally loving this yarn. Look at that. Awesome, awesome colors. And it changes. Like every single time I turn this, I am seeing a different color in there. Some lavender, some sea mist, some blue, some grays, some really, really pale greens. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. All right, and that is a pretty good size to work with too. It's not too small, not too big. And it is so soft. Oh, yes, you just want to jump into this yarn. Love it, love it, love it. I will say though, I got to share a story with you. These hanks, right? The very first yarn box I got, there were 2 hanks of yarn, and I recently started using that yarn. I'll get to that in a second. And when I opened up these hanks and I untwisted them, I like putting my yarn into a ball. A lot of people don't bother with that. It's just the way I like it. I don't like having to pull at my yarn. I like having it in a ball so that I can toss it in a bag or toss it right next to me. And then it just keeps going and I don't have to pull at the yarn. That's just my preference. I opened up the hanks from the very first box I received and I went to ball it and it got so tangled. I don't remember how long it took me to untangle this yarn, but it was like, and it was hours, like a whole afternoon. So, hopefully that was just a fluke, and either I didn't do something wrong or those particular hanks were jacked up. I don't know, but I am so excited with this yarn, even though it's in hank form. That kind of worries me lately, but we shall see. We shall see. Look at that pretty yarn. All right, this yarn, this pattern, that's a win. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. Okay, so that's what's in the yarn box, all right? And before I let you guys go, all right, I've been saying for the last couple months that I was going to start using the yarn that I've been getting in the yarn boxes, but I had other projects to finish, and I did finally start using the yarn. I started using the yarn from the first box. Like I said, I unhanked the hanks and turned them into balls so that I could start using them. I didn't get as far as I would like because I did have a different baby blanket to finish that I can't show on here, that I actually still need to put the border on. So I still need to do that. And I mentioned last time that I was going to have a crochet weekend and that I'd get a whole ton of stuff done. The crochet weekend didn't happen because Fee got sick for like the first 2.5 weeks of January. And right in the middle of there is when my crochet weekend was supposed to be, so I had to cancel it. But I did get a little bit done, and I started using this yarn. You guys remember this yarn? From my first box, which I believe was like 3 months ago. This came in hank form, so this is what I balled. I have 2 of these, all right? And before I show you what I did, I am using a pattern off of redheart.com, and it is for an infinity scarf. That's what I'm making. So, if you guys are interested in that pattern, I will try to remember to link it below because it is free. Alright, you can just print the PDF off. But if you look closely, there's like a shell pattern and a different pattern that kind of just resembles a mesh. And it alternates, and it is an infinity scarf, so you attach it at the end. So that's what I did. There's, with the sections, I think, if I remember correctly, there's 8 sections. I've only done 2, so I have a long way to go. So without further ado, so you guys know I actually do use the yarn. This is what I started. Alright, so there's the first section. And then it goes to the mesh section. Right? And then it's just supposed to repeat. Mesh, shell, mesh, shell, mesh, shell. And then there is like a wave, like a ripple border to put on this. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's going to be worth it when it's done, but this yarn is like working with thread. Look at how thin that is. But it is so soft. I really, really like working with this yarn. I will try to remember to link the box opening from this yarn below also. And I will put the name of this yarn right here in case you're interested. I am loving that. I am so loving that. I cannot wait till it's done. Unfortunately, at the rate I'm going, this will probably be done in the spring, when you may or may not want to use infinity scarves. But now that I think about it, this is a nice thin yarn, so I might be good to go. It might not matter. This isn't a yarn or a scarf that's meant to keep you warm. It's just supposed to look pretty. So that's it. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. All right. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.